What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, if your name is Christian Coleman's, King Coleman's, I don't know what is going on. He has just dropped a new album. I'm sorry, a new, what is it? Mixtape, single, whatever, called Diddy Free Now. I know what y'all gonna say, y'all waiting. For him to say, for waiting for me to talk about his struggle, baby rap, but I'm not, because at least he out here hustling. He knows he gotta go make a living. He got that ambition, baby. Look at his eyes. This week is the burgers, next week is the fries. But all jokes aside, first of all, everybody talking about some, oh my God. Diddy going free, you know who probably thinks the prosecution did a great job on the close. King Coleman's, because if you really thought Diddy was going free, why wouldn't you drop this when he was actually free? Because y'all think he going to come
present
home next
and no
week.
longer has a voice who will pursue
Right.
justice for her
Y'all got
accusation.
that, but all jokes aside,
As of the
okay,
taken against
why
Diddy,
wouldn't he drop
no
this?
expansion of the
When Diddy
investigation,
goes free,
no isolation
when
orders,
he don't think
no
he
equipment
going free.
access, no
But two,
suspension
Diddy
of
would
attorney
probably get free.
communication.
And once again, suck up all his blessings for himself. Let me talk to y'all for a second. Okay, because all these Diddy glazers are so big, saying, oh my God, Diddy's a perfect dad, Diddy's this, that. And let me tell you something. Diddy is not just toxic to women. He's toxic to his own children. You want to talk about sabotage, baby? Let's look at the pattern. But before we look at a pattern, can I just say one thing, Christian? I don't know what's going on. Last time you dropped a single, your daddy got arrested. Remember when he dropped that single, that mixtape on the feds, and they arrested him? You think the Christian CBS curse has struck again, and this is what's going to make Diddy go away for life. I don't know, I know, but y'all, honestly, all jokes aside, okay, we got to get this straight. I will maintain that Diddy is not just toxic to women, he is toxic to his own children. Let's look at the pattern first up before we get to King. Let's talk about Justin Coleman's. Justin, remember that college football career done. Why? Because Diddy got into it with the coach allegedly. He tried to swing a kettlebell at him and crack his head open. And suddenly his son's athletic future goes up in smoke. Poof. Vamos, not a coincidence. Okay, Justin got accepted into Harvard. Diddy called them in and talked him into going to California to help run Bad Boy. Next thing, we know he is getting into accidents. Missa is going off tweeting on Diddy, talking about everybody knows something's wrong with you. And as much as people are talking about Diddy, the one thing the prosecution should have bought up is Missa Hilton and Brim's IG stories, because that told us everything we needed to know about Diddy before what we knew about Diddy. But it's not over then. There was Quincy, talented and marketable, had a real shot at being one of the biggest actors of our generation. Remember when Empire was casting, Quincy was supposed to play Jamal? That's right, Jesse Smollett's role, but Diddy allegedly stepped in and tried to control the music rights, and the deal fell apart. Quincy lost the role. Empire goes on to be a hit, and Diddy back in the shadows. Quincy finally books star another Lee Daniels show. And guess who shows up again? Diddy, always close enough to interfere, never far enough to let them breathe. And I remember that. Remember, Diddy was allegedly going to sue Lee Daniels, or at least the streets were saying that he was going to sue Lee Daniels for stealing his life story. Now, back then, we thought it was some BS. But now that we know that he really is a criminal, I don't know now. Let's get to Christian, a King Coleman's. He just dropped a rap album, but word on the street is, at least the streets are saying, is that Diddy wasn't lifting him up. He was blocking opportunities behind the scenes, allegedly calling people, pulling rank, and inserting himself where he shouldn't be, and even trying to take all his blessings. Why? Because in Diddy's world, no one shines brighter than him. Not even his own sons. Young Berg, now known as Hitmaker, even came on
Present
the Joel Budden
and no longer
podcast
has a
recently,
voice who will pursue
and
justice
basically
for her
confirmed
accusation.
the theory that he
As of the
has a
taken
pattern
against
of
Diddy,
stepping on his
no
own
expansion
son's
of the
careers.
investigation,
They're starting to
no
rise
isolation
up.
orders,
He gets in the
no
way on
equipment
purpose.
access,
Oh,
no
y'all don't
suspension of
believe
attorney
me. Listen to
communication.
this. All right. And I want to hear what every Diddy Glazer got to say, and I know they going to have a lot to say. Listen to this mess. And me get you to another tier. Salacious, I'm not real. Say it and cooking up ideas, and like we would, he Christian put him on FaceTime. He like, yo, we at the Res Carlson come back, blah blah blah. We get back to the Rich Carlson. They having like a party in there, and it's the wildest thing ever said to me in my life. He opened the door, me and Christian walk in. He like, what's up, pops? Diddy, and then he like, what's up, Nick? I dabble up, what's up? What's up? I'm going crazy, me and Christian just made some shit. He like, man, man, that's to forget who this mofo really is. He didn't give a damn about Kim. While she was alive at all, took her through hell, had her looking stressed the whole time. Literally stressed out over Cassie the whole time. Cassie is literally turning into his new freak. All P partner while he's cheating on her, beating on her. Diddy is not a good guy. And the fact that the VlCTlMS, get this right, let's just call this what it is. Diddy does spiritual abuse because it's not just about industry politics, it's psychological warfare. How do you grow up under a man who tells the world he's a family man but keeps pulling the rug out from under you? Every time you find your footing, Diddy's not a mentor, he's not a mogul, he's a mirror of the very industry rock we claim to be waking up from, and anyone still defending him needs to ask themselves why they are so comfortable watching a father sabotage his own blood just to stay on top. He's the devil these fools keep rooting for, and if he'll do it to his own sons, imagine what he's done to everybody else around him now. Before y'all say Christians ain't even talented, that's not true as much as I literally clown him for his struggle. Nepo rap, he's not the worst rapper. That boy got talent, and even if he was untalented, your dad at one point ran the music industry. You could have hooked him up with the best producers, the best, the best that. Instead, what did he do? The same thing he did with Cassie minus the freak offs. Put him in the studio, had them working, don't release stuff, sabotage, and then when you finally do get on with some beats, you hobbling your 55-year-old self in to get in front of your son, who should be next up again. Justin gave up going to Harvard because he was going to be CEO of Bad Boy, and Diddy was going to step out the way. Diddy never stepped out of the way. He just made him CEO, and name only Quincy tried to get out of his shadow, get his own acting career poppin', and he got the looks, he got the talent, he got everything. Diddy came in and messed that up. Christian should have been bigger than he was. He got the looks, he got the talent. They got everything they need, and your dad got access to every big name. He did to Christian what he did to Cassie without the freak offs. And still, these Diddy Glazers are going to be in. You're incredibly biased. You gonna feel stupid when you get out. No, ninja. You gonna feel stupid. Cause let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. First of all,
Present,
Diddy ain't
and no
getting out
longer has a
those
voice who will pursue
prosecutions.
justice
Got
for
that,
her
Mo? And
accusation.
let that be a lesson for
As of the
anybody that
taken
wanna do
against
Diddy
Diddy,
like
no
crimes.
expansion
But
of the
second of all,
investigation,
y'all
no
these Diddy
isolation
Glazers
orders,
are sick
no
in their
equipment
head,
access,
and as much
no
as they are
suspension of
defending
attorney
his right
communication.
to abuse, cause they want the right to abuse. Unlike y'all, I'm not gonna be sitting there eager on my knees, waiting for him to get out. And guess what, the Diddy Glazers, he wouldn't even look twice at y'all. But then again, I don't know, we saw the escorts, like maybe he would, I don't know. The whole point of the matter is Diddy is not a good person. And again, when I say not a good person, there is something wrong with that man, and he cannot be allowed to be on the open streets. But for anybody saying, oh, but what about the children? What about the children? As sad as it is, this might be the best thing that ever happened to them, to get away from someone that seems like all they do is do narcissistic abuse. But hey, that's just my opinion on what do I know anyway. Shout out to Christian Combs trying to do something on his own again. For anybody thinking Diddy's coming home, why ain't his son put out Diddy free? When the moment he actually got let free, unless you don't think that's gonna happen again. Maybe we looking at a double entendre. Not free Diddy, but I'm not free Diddy, but I'm Diddy free. Maybe he's trying to send us a message. Maybe he realizes it's time to move past his father's influence, free of his father's influence, and step into his own right. Anyway, y'all let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to you y'all later.